every day to look for 50 or to look for 20. So take care of your customers. Remember them. And then you retain because never let it happen to you that somebody will come and you will say, I don't have. And that's why we talk about stock management. You know that in stock management, you must have for every item maximum number in your shop and minimum number that you must not go below. The maximum will depend on how fast the item is. Let's just stay on this a little bit. The maximum number will depend on how fast the item is moving. That is, how fast people are buying. How much stocking level is always taken care of. So, for example, if that particular item, you fix it at a maximum of 20. And why do we have maximum? Because you are limited in your capital. Your capital is not so big. So you can only afford to keep so much of every item. Keep so much of this, keep so much of that, depending on the capital you have. And in any case, you must grow. You must add more. Maybe when we get later, we'll talk more about that one. And you must have a minimum stock level. You have maximum stock level. That is, how many items you will not go above so that you can use the money for other things. And there's a minimum level you must not go below. When it's getting towards that, if say, for example, you say the minimum I must have in my shop at any time of this particular item, the minimum number that must be there is 5. When it's getting towards 5, go to the market and buy. Either buy to make it up to 20 or buy to make it a little bit near 20. But when it's going towards 5, don't let it reach 5. When it's like 8 or 7 more, go to the market and buy. That's why you must always keep stock records. You must keep stock records. Are you following me? Some of these things you already do, but you are not really doing it scientifically. We'll talk more about these things. I repeat what I have said before. The reason I'm giving you this discussion today is to make you have your mind to become a big man that God has potentially made you. God did not determine that you should be at the level where you are. Who determined for you to be at the level where you are? Who determined it? Yourself. You are the one. It's not God. And God will be looking at you. That's what you want. It's okay. God will be looking at you. So you have to determine by yourself and say, I want to go above this. I want to go above this. I want to do better than this. It's in your hands. So, talking about stock management is another real big talk. And by the way, these 2 days cannot finish everything we ought to know. I've been thinking, what can we do to keep us going? After this weekend, after today, we should be able to have other days that we can call you and then talk again and talk again and talk again and check. One way we can do that is for you to join Beulah Destiny Club. Mission for Souls has something we now is not operating yet because we are writing the software, almost finishing, to run Beulah Destiny Club. Beulah Destiny Club is formed by Mission for Souls to care for our members, primarily those who are members of Mission for Souls, but we also accept those who are not members of Mission for Souls. We encourage you to save money, just like we are doing in Beulah Cooperative now. But in Beulah Cooperative, people save money and we allow them to take the money and spend as they like. In Beulah Destiny Club, the mindset is different. The mindset is just like also in Beulah Cooperative, to build you up and make you rich. And since we started Beulah Cooperative, those who joined are getting richer. They are getting better. In Beulah Destiny Club, BDC, let's just call it BDC, we take care of business people primarily. The money you save in BDC is for your business. It is not for you to save it for house rent. It is not for you to save it to spend. That is what I'm saying. It is for you to grow and do better. I will urge you, when the time is set, I will let you know. Somehow people will tell you, if you are not members of Mission for Souls, somehow people will tell you that we are now operating BDC. The software is being built at this moment. And once it is ready, I hope it will be ready before end of April, this April. Once it is ready, we will now begin to let people join. The stage where we are now, all members of Beulah Cooperative have been put on it. And we are now we are going to begin to put their savings balances and loan balances on BDC dataset. And once we have finished all that and we are ready, we begin to take more people in. And in BDC, we'll give seminars like this to our members. We may charge a little bit of money at that time, but not how you will be charged outside with the equal service. We would monitor our members' businesses, not to control you. We won't tell you what to do, but we'll monitor and maybe advise you. This is what is going on. We'll provide accounting services, management services. Maybe as we go on, we provide more services like auditing and so on and so forth. BDC is mainly for business, to make our members grow their business and become very big. So at that time, we begin to talk about stock management. And I've told you the rudiments of it. And the reason for stock management, even though it's more than that, the reason for stock management is you must not let a customer go away. No customer must come to your shop if you are a trader like that, and you will say, I don't have. Anything you have been keeping that they know you sell, if they know you never sold it, it's a different thing. And we talk little about that. If it's something they know you always sell, they must not come hoping that they will get it because they always get it, and then you will say, I don't have. What will happen to you at that time? It's gone. The customer is gone. You won't have that customer again. You rather should be increasing your customer number than reducing. Don't start looking for new numbers to Don't start looking for new members to replace old ones. Keep your old member forever and forever. Just add more members. Just add more. With all the strategy you will lay, with all the innovations you will make, with making sure that no customer comes to your shop knowing you normally sold this thing, and then you will say it don't finish. Remove it don't finish from your language. It must never finish. Unless they stop manufacturing it, those where you buy it from, unless they stop manufacturing it, unless they stop providing it. Say, for example, if you have been selling Peugeot 404 motor parts, they have stopped manufacturing those parts. The parts you will be getting in the market probably will be cannibalized. You know what I mean by cannibalized? Vehicles that they just remove parts from. And you do that often. Accidented vehicles, you cannibalize it. You remove parts and sell. Unless they stop selling, unless those parts are no longer provided, and then you will tell your customer they don't provide it anymore, this is the replacement. This is what they are now using. You will tell your customer, and they will understand. And that customer should go all around and not be able to find it. And not be able to find it, and then he will believe you. That's the way you should manage your business. And that's what we are talking about. So we started talking yesterday about 3 things that keep you in business. And we talked about money, character, and preparing against disaster. We started talking about money. And we said money is the life of any business, particularly in trading. We discussed so much about that yesterday. And that was when we were asking about some businesses that don't really need money to start it, to do it. Like you're a bricklayer, for example. All you just need is your trowel, your shovel at the beginning, not too much. You have all those ones, and sometimes you can even rent them. But you should have your own. That's all. But every day you go to work, you don't need money except your transport. You are going to make money. There are some businesses that don't really need a lot of money. But there are some that need a lot of money, like trading. The materials you trade in, you need money to make them. You need money. And once that money is gone, the business is gone. That's what we want to talk about money now. Once anything has taken your money away from you, you are out of business. No more work. You'll be hungry. You can't pay house rent. You can't do anything again once your money is gone. That's what we want to talk about a little bit now, on money. So money is the life of any business. And how does money affect other kinds of businesses? We've talked about them. And money is like the seed of a farmer. We talked about it yesterday. Now, how does the farmer get his seeds? We talked about it, but let me start with this again. How does he get the seed to start farming? We used the example yesterday of a yam farmer who wants to grow yam. How does he get, he has cleared the land, he's just wanting to start farming yam. And he cleared the land, he needs to have yam to cut. Some of you may not know how they plant yam, but most of you may know how to plant yam. That's not the purpose here now. I'm not teaching you how to plant yam. But he goes to get the real yam that we eat. That's what he goes to buy. There's a way they cut it. There's a way they make the heap. And by the way, if you are going to have big yam, what do you do to the heap? Dig it deep. Make it fat. The small heap you have, the smaller yam you will get. The bigger and fatter your hip, the longer and fatter your yam. So it depends on the labor. Depends on how well you do it. So how does he get the yam seed that he starts with? He will either go get money and go to the market and buy yam. The species, there are different kinds of yams. The one that he knows people like, that's what he should plant. The product that people need is what you should provide. Many of us do business by emotion. Let me mention this briefly. Many of us do business by emotion. Because you love something, you begin to work, to trade with it. Oh, I just like ogbono. I like ogbono so well. So you went to the market and bought bags and bags of ogbono. But are you the one going to eat the ogbono? You are not the one going to eat the ogbono, but you love ogbono. But this is a different thing now. If you love ogbono, you don't have to trade in ogbono to eat ogbono. Right? Go to the market and buy. Because you love ogbono does not mean you have to begin to sell it. Why will you begin to sell it? Can someone tell me? Yes, you love ogbono and you want to trade in it. Why would you trade with ogbono? Because people love it. Not because you love it. Because people love it. That must be the reason you are trading in it. You are working with it, not because you love it. And people trade, they work with emotion. Because they love something, they start trading with it. But that's wrong. You need to find out, do people like it? Now, if you like it, there's another side to it. If you like it, and most people don't like it, and you think it is good for them to like it, that is what we make by creating market. We call market creation. The market was not there because the people don't know about it. People don't know about it, therefore they are not looking for it. They don't know it is good for them. So you need to market it. You want to sell it and you know it is very good. So you need to market it. Let me give you an example. There is a plant they call stevia. Stevia, S-T-E-V-I-A. It's a plant. It's very sweet. If you pluck it and eat it, it's sweet like sugar. It's a sweetener. But it does not have the damaging effect of sugar. Sugar has high glycemic index and it creates diabetes. And sugar does worse than that. Sugar, why you should not eat sugar at all? It feeds cancer. People who eat sugar are potential cancer patients. People who eat sugar will be sick all the time. Catarrh will not be far from you. Sickness will not be far from you. Eating sugar. And you'll find sugar everywhere, in bread, in cake, rice, or what? Well, that's carbohydrate turning to sugar. That's a different thing entirely. But I'm not in health talk today. When you join BDC, we'll be giving health talk. I'm not in health talk today, so I'm not going to go too deeply in that. Now, there is this plant, and it's not known. And it's not up to 1 year that I knew about it. I never heard of it. Somebody talked to me about it, and I went to research it, and I found it is true. And I found that today, Coca-Cola and all those beverage manufacturers are turning to stevia because the effect of stevia is not like sugar, but it tastes sweet in the mouth. But people don't know about it. So what do? You want to trade in stevia, you want to plant stevia, you have to go to them and tell them about the goodness of stevia. You want to convince them to stop using sugar and turn to stevia, and then the market will grow. That's what we call market creation. Things people don't know about, you are telling them about it and convincing them to use it and take it. So you also have to do market creation. Just because people are not looking for it, people are not asking for it, does not mean you should not trade in it. You can trade in it, but you have to be able to convince people that it is good for them, they should buy it. So you have to spend initial money in market creation. I hope you understand what I'm saying. That's very important. This thing can be very, very wide and much. So it goes to take money to buy its initial seed. Your initial capital can be gotten from borrowing, can be gotten from gifts, can be gotten from somehow. But let me talk to you about it a little bit. We should not borrow capital. And people who lend money have learned that when you are just starting a business, they won't borrow you money. Because you don't have experience with it yet to succeed in that business, you are likely to lose that money. It's often so. 90% of the time, only about 5%, 90 to 95% of the time, the money will be lost when you are starting a business new. I won't borrow you money. Or if I know you are starting a business new, I can borrow you the money because I want you to start. But I must agree with myself that that money will be lost. And I will not be offended if you don't return the money. Or I will be willing that after you have worked with that money and you have lost it, I will give you another one. Depends on who you are to me. Depends on what I want to do. I hope you are following me. So don't plan to borrow money to start a new business. Use your own money. So that when you lose that money, nobody will be knocking on your door early in the morning, asking for their money, and you have no peace. If it is your own money you have lost, nobody will trouble you. You just know you did something wrong, you have to start all over again. And so, to prevent you sitting on the ground and you are finished, when you have spent your own money to start a business, just know that you are going to lose your first investment. Assume that. Unless you have done proper SWOT analysis. And this is the reason why you must do SWOT. You know what SWOT analysis is? You must do proper SWOT analysis. If you can do it and take patience and remove emotion and be truthful to yourself and agree with yourself, and in fact, don't do it by yourself. Let someone who has experience do it with you. We will probably provide that when we start BDC. And BDC is designed for business, to help business people. And we are going to be charging for all these services. It's going to be properly run to help business people. Of course, we are helping you to make more money. So why won't you give us some money? We won't do it for gratis. Now, if you do proper SWOT analysis before you start a business, your likelihood to lose the money is reduced, very much reduced. Unless what you say you will do at the T level. What is the T level? Thank you. Unless you refuse to do what you should do at the T level, the threat level, I used the example of the cold room yesterday. What are the threats of the cold room? Power failure, staff stealing, and so on. Those are threats you must take care of when this business starts. If you don't do it, then your business will collapse. Say, for example, you know that you need generator. You say, hey, I don't have money. Don't worry about that. We manage. Very soon you will forget because business is now running. People are buying. You will stock your cold room with a lot of fish, and suddenly, NEPA takes light for 7 days. As it is happening, it happened in my area where I live now. They took light since Monday. They warned us that they want to do something. They want to do a repair, and they want to take light for 1 week. They've taken it since Monday. They're only saying yesterday they may return it today. But there have been no light till this morning that I'm coming to you. So what do? We resort to other means of providing electricity. If you have food in your freezer or your fridge, and you do not have other means of providing light, what happens to all the food? They will spoil, or you just throw them away or eat them all, empty your fridge until light comes back. That's a threat that you will have ameliorated, you will have taken care of. So if you are running a cold room, and one of the threats is electricity, it's a very serious threat. The first thing you must do as you are buying the cold room, you must buy a generator with it. The generator that will power the freezers, the engine that is cooling the cold room, that is sufficient with it. How many horsepower do you need of generator? It depends on the bigness of your condenser, or what do they call it? The thing that do the cooling, the compressor. The thing that does the cooling depends on the power. So you have to provide adequate, and you must provide enough money to buy diesel and prepare for the day the power will go for many. We'll talk about this later on. Business requires thinking. It requires work, dedication, diligence. Business requires your mind to be working at all times. Very important. So you may fail to provide for all the threats. If you say, well, all my staff, they are members of Mission for Souls, so they won't steal. You may be lying. You may be truthful to some extent, because people usually call me, I need so staff. Do you have somebody who can do it from your church? They have a reason for calling me, because they know that our people are taught, our people are led to have integrity. One of the very serious things we talk about and we mind in Mission for Souls is integrity. I used to teach integrity to such an extent that people now, some youths call me Mr. Integrity. I had it somehow. But you must have integrity. We mind it in Mission for Souls very seriously. When I discover somebody puts money in your hand and you spend it, oh, you are in trouble with me. You spend what is not your own. Or you go somewhere, you pick something that is not yours, and you turn it to be your own. You are in trouble. No, if I hear it, you are in trouble. Integrity is very important. Integrity is the man. Without integrity, you are not a human being. Without integrity, you are finished. Nobody will want to deal with you. Nobody will want to come near you. Integrity is very, very key, very, very important indeed. So, you want to make people of integrity to be your staff. That's very, in your interview process, find out whether the person has integrity or not. Some means find out whether this person has integrity, so that you will labor less in checking that person, in monitoring that person, in supervising that person, so that you can put the person of integrity who fears God, who will never steal, who will never do anything wrong, you put that person in your business and pay him well. A portion of what could have been stolen by other people, add it to his or salary, make him happy. Make him, give him, don't be a wicked person. Don't be a person that you are just selfish. People are working for you, you are not giving them money. Now, if people labor for you, pay them on time. Don't let his salary enter another month. Either you fix a date, and sometimes some of these things come up that we are not putting on the seminar. The way you treat your staff will help you to be able to keep your staff. Very important. Maybe I should just mention a little bit. I'm always mentioning a little bit of everything. Because the way they come up is important. You hire somebody. That person needs the money, the salary to eat, to pay rent, to keep family, if it's a family person. Don't deny your staff their pay. God hates it. And pay on time. And pay adequately. You must always think for your staff. How much were they selling bread when you fixed 80,000 naira for him per month? They were selling a loaf of bread for 100 naira. But how much are they selling the same kind of bread today? It has gone to 500. So you must know that that salary you have been giving him is not sufficient again now. Before you begin to complain, do something about that salary. That's how you keep your staff happy and working for you faithfully. But if you cheat your staff, they know. They know you are making the money and you are not giving it to them doing the work. So you are now teaching them how to start stealing, to become unfaithful. You may be the one causing the problem because you are denying them their rights. Now, let's stop there. During the BDC training, we talk about staff management. We talk about personnel. And we see all these things at that time. This is very important for us to understand. So, he goes to borrow money to buy the first seed. And he plants. We talked about it. At harvest time, he does not eat everything. Well, that's what we are leading to when I start talking about money. He does not eat everything. He keeps what he will plant or more if he wants to expand. If he wants to plant more this year than he planted last year, he would keep more yams that he will plant. Put it in a savings, in a safety place. Keep it there. And make sure nobody touches it, nobody steals it, he will not eat it. He has enough to keep for food or for selling to make money. He has enough. That's how you go from year to year. When we get into talking money, I will apply all this. Then treat money as a farmer would his seeds. We just talked about it. How do business people eat their seeds? We will talk about it when I go down. Next slides. When I go more. So let's start talking about money. I talked about kindness yesterday. I have a lot to say about in this area, so you need to be attentive and write down if you want to write down. That we have a long way to go talking about money here. Business does not accommodate kindness. Shall I repeat that? Business does not accommodate kindness, but unreasonable kindness, excessive kindness. You can be kind, but manage your kindness. Let me use this example of kindness. If somebody enters river, does not know how to swim, maybe traveling by canoe, and the canoe capsized, and this person did not know how to swim, and there is no life jacket. So this person is swimming. People who know how to swim will jump into the river to go and save him. Not so. That's a show of kindness. We don't want this person to die. We jump into the river to go and save. But something happens for people who are drowning. I know about it. As soon as they see anything they can hold, they grab that thing, whatever it is. Particularly if it's a human being, what would they do? They grab that human being, they won't let go. Now, you need certain parts of your body to swim and keep afloat. Where are those bodies? Your 2 arms and your 2 legs. You need these 4 limbs to be able to swim. Now, the person that is drowning does not care whether you will swim or not. He has just seen somebody to save him. What does he do? He grabs that person. The 2 arms have been grabbed. He holds very tightly with all his strength. And then you try to free your hands, to shake, and he's not letting go. And both of you are drowning. Both of you are going to die. What would you do to your kindness? Tell me what you will do to your kindness. You become unkind at that time. It's better for 1 to die than for 2 to die. It's better. I came to save you. You want to kill both of us. First thing is you will try to shake with all your strength and everything and still want to help that person. But if he does not let go and the situation is precarious, you will give him a headbutt. A serious headbutt. So that he becomes weak. And then you can release your hand and be able to hold him. But if it is your throat he holds, it's a problem. So at that stage, you are in a situation where you must do something about your kindness. You cannot continue to be kind and say, I will not do something to this person. You must do something to that person, to weaken him, so that you can still be able to save him and save yourself. So I don't know how you will apply what I've just given you as an example. You don't become so kind as to destroy your own business. The person has nothing to rely on. That's why he's coming for your help. And now he wants to destroy your business too. You need to do something about your kindness at that stage. You need to do something about it. That's very important. It's not being wicked. Everybody, the first thing we want to do, all of us, is to save our lives. If you are in the aeroplane, some of you that may have taken flight, the first thing they tell you, the hostesses, the air hostesses, when they are giving you instruction, they will tell you what is going on and on and on. And they said, in case there is oxygen failure in the cabin, because you are sealed in, and they provide oxygen, and you don't know, you are just breathing normally, but they are providing oxygen. In fact, you get to such a height where there is no oxygen outside at all. No oxygen outside at all. And that's the situation. You go to like 38 feet, 40 feet, 1,000 feet, 38,000 feet, 40,000 feet. No air in that place again at all. It's the same thing like when you are digging a well. When a well is like 6 feet, you still have air. But when you get to like 20 feet, 30 feet, 40 feet in the well, no air there. No air, no oxygen there at all. People that are digging are used to it. They will do small and come back to the surface. They will do small and come back to the surface. They don't stay there permanently because there is no air. Otherwise, they will die. So, in the aeroplane, as you are going, before you take off, the air hostess or host will say, in case there is failure of oxygen in the cabin, inside the aeroplane. Some tubes will drop from your head. Grab it, pull it, and use it to cover your nose. Oxygen will be supplied. But if you are carrying a baby, don't do the baby first. Do for yourself first, and then do for the baby. That's what they tell you. Why do they say that? If you don't do for yourself first, you won't have life to do for your baby. Both of you will die. So at least save yourself so you can save your baby. And that's what happens. Save yourself first. Your life first before any other life. Make sure no matter who it is, don't let anyone destroy your business. Be kind, but not stupidly, foolishly kind. Do you understand? It's a pastor talking to you. I want you to realize that. So you need to understand this to be able to help people. That's very important. So the problem of kindness, that's what we've just been talking about. Now let's enter into money management. Let's enter into money management. Let's talk about lending. When you lend, to whom do you lend and for what do you lend? Before you give money, lending means you are giving money to somebody who wants to borrow. That's lending. You are giving money, you are the lender. You are giving money to somebody who wants it for something. He doesn't have that money. He's coming to you who has it. And he's asking you, borrow me some money. Now, who are you giving this money to? The first question you ask yourself, will this money come back? I'm loaning this money out and lending this money out. Will it be able to come back? If that money will not come back, you are in trouble. So who are you giving this money to? Is it somebody who is usually borrowing money and not thinking of paying back? Does this person have the character of never paying back? You need to know. And if you don't know that person, you are likely not to give him the money. You don't give money to somebody you don't know at all. You don't know him. It's not, when I say you don't know him, it's not that you don't know his face. It's not that you don't know his name, but you don't know his character about use of money. Number one, he's coming to borrow money because he doesn't have. Why doesn't he have? You want to find out, why doesn't he have? Why is he borrowing? And if he has been borrowing before, has he been paying back? To whom are you borrowing? You need to find out. Don't just give your money out. In Beulah Cooperative, anybody who joins can borrow money. But we are careful. When you're a member of the cooperative, the first thing is you cannot borrow money from us in the next 6 months. We expect that you will have been saving over 6 months and you have some savings in the cooperative. Now, after 6 months, you can come to us and say, borrow me money. Okay, when you come to say, borrow me money, we're not going to ask you to bring your car. We're not going to ask you, we don't have time for that. You're not going to give us your land. We don't want anything like that. If you have been saving money and you have saved up to 500,000 in your account, you have 500,000 with us, then you can borrow 480,000. We won't give you more than 480,000, about 90% or 80% or so, depending on who you are. We will give you the money, and what is your collateral? Your savings, the money you have with us. So if you don't pay back, we will take that money. We always let people know that the money you are borrowing from the cooperative is not your money. Your money is just collateral. It's the cooperative money you are borrowing, so you have to pay back. So don't say, it is my money I'm borrowing. Then you will take, if you borrow 480,000 from 500,000, what remains? 20,000. You are going down. We don't want that to happen to you. So it's not your money you are borrowing. The money you are borrowing must be paid back. So if you are borrowing less than 200,000, up to 200,000, we give you 10 months to pay back. On an interest of 1%. The cooperative does not give you a lot of interest, does not demand a lot of interest, because in any case, your money is the collateral. We are risk aversive. We have no risk at all. No risk. So we can charge very little interest. And why are we charging interest at all? There are people who bring money into the cooperative and don't loan money. They just put their money there. It is not wise for you to put your money somewhere and the money is not growing. It has to increase. So people that are borrowing your money, because it's not cooperative, it's not your money you are borrowing from the cooperative, it's cooperative money. Money that other people have brought. So that's the money you are borrowing. Because you can even borrow more than you have saved. I will explain that. So when you say, I want to borrow 480,000 out of my 500, I have 500,000. 500,000 is your collateral. We won't give you 500,000. We'll give you 80% or 90% of the money you have. Why that? Some people borrow money. They are supposed to start paying back next month, but they don't pay back at all. And so we penalize them. Where will the penalty come from? From the savings you have. So your money will be going down. As you refuse to pay, your money is going down. It is no longer 500,000. Another month you don't pay, it's no longer that money last month. Your money is going down. For example, we penalize you 10% of what you are supposed to pay. If you borrowed 200,000, you are supposed to pay in 10 months. 20,000 per month. You are supposed to pay 20,000 plus 1% interest, 202,000, 22,000. If you don't pay, we charge you 10% of what you are supposed to pay. What is 10% of 20,000? 2,000. Right? Calculate it. So we charge you 20,000. Remove 20,000 from 500,000. 2,000 from 500 for 500,000. The money is going down. Another month you don't pay, your money is going down. It gets to a point where your money that you have left is equal to what you are owing. So we won't let you go more. We will just remove the old money to pay what is left of your loan and remove you as a member. If you come again and say, okay, I want to start all over again, we will only admit you only one time more. We will give you another chance. If you repeat the same thing, we will do the same thing, and we won't allow you to come back again. You may beg. No, you can't come again. It's a diligent and a cooperative of integrity. We don't eat people's money, and we have enough to loan to people. But if we treat members carelessly, the cooperative will have gone down, will have failed already, but we don't let it happen. So who are you giving this loan to? Is it someone who normally pays? So in the cooperative, we have something we call, what do we call it now? There's a percentage we give to people. No. I'm sure people who are watching me online will remember, but they can't hear me now. They can't tell me. Credit rating. Thank you. I see. People who are hearing me offline, out of this place, will remember. Credit rating. We give you credit rates. Any month you don't pay your savings, you lose credit rating. Everybody who joins at the beginning, we give you 100%. We don't know who you are. We don't know how you are going to behave. So you are a good person. At the beginning, we say everybody is good. The day you join, you are a good person. So we give you 100. But when you start saving, any 1 month you don't save, you lose a credit rate. So you jump from 100 to 98.5. That is what you will lose when you don't save. When you borrow and you don't save and you don't borrow, your credit rating will jump faster. In fact, the credit rate will be reducing faster when you borrow money and you don't pay what you are supposed to pay back. You go to a point, your credit rating is 88%. It reduces from 100% to 88%. At that point, you can only borrow what you have there. From that point onwards, we will not allow you to borrow more than you have, because it is possible in the cooperative. The policy is that you can borrow double of what you have. Say, for example, if you have 500,000, you can borrow up to 1 million. You can borrow up to 1 million. The extra 500,000, which your money is 500,000, the extra 500,000 belongs to other people. You must bring somebody who has enough to add to your own. That person we call guarantor. When you are between 100 and 89%, we allow you to bring a guarantor. But once you get to 88%, you are a bad debtor. We regard you as a bad debtor. If we allow you to bring a guarantor, you won't be able to pay that person's money. And we will take that person's money, and that's not a good thing. We don't want to do that. The reason you have a guarantor is that if you don't pay, that person has guaranteed you. There are papers the person will sign. That person has guaranteed you. And if you refuse to pay, we will take your money and take that person's money. The cooperative cannot suffer loss. So it has happened to somebody before. He borrowed money. This actually happened. We learned by experience. He borrowed money. His landlord was going to throw him out of the house. He didn't have money to pay house rent. So he came to borrow money, and he don't have enough money in the cooperative. So we said, go and bring a guarantor. And he went and brought Bramos's guarantor, Bramos's wife as guarantor. And that one guaranteed him. Kindness. Kindness. That one guaranteed him. But he refused to pay. Either 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, he didn't pay. And so, because he has taken more money than he had in savings, we have to take his own savings and take money from his wife's savings. At that time, this poor woman, the money she had been laboring all these years, because she could not say no to somebody. She could not say no. And there are people like that. You will tell them they are not kind if you say, I cannot guarantee you. I have money there and I'm not on loan, but I cannot guarantee you. You become enemies. You make that person an enemy. And so people don't want to say no. We can say no for that person. And so we decided in that case, we did not take her money. We removed that person's money and we wrote off the balance. And when we write off the balance, it's cooperative people that is losing. We don't want that to happen to our people. So we limit you to 88% credit rating. 88% credit rating. Once you are up to 88%, you can only take what you have. If you have 200,000, you can't borrow more than 200,000. We will not even borrow you 200,000. I've explained that before. So, who is this person? Is he A person that can owe and will not pay back, you need to find out, you need to know. Don't just borrow your money out. Do you understand? You are standing a risk when you give your money out. They won't pay back. You must hold yourself harmless. You must hold yourself harmless. Otherwise, you are risking your business. You are risking your income. You are risking everything. Do not be unwisely kind. You can say, no, my friend, I cannot borrow you. Let him become an enemy. You will become your own enemy. Anyway, if you borrow him and he did not pay back, who have you offended? Yourself. You are unhappy now. So who should be unhappy? Me or him? He should be unhappy. He should be the unhappy one. Not me. Do you understand? Money. No, don't play kindness with it. Otherwise, both of you will perish. I've given you an example of the swimmer. I've given you an example of the aeroplane. Save your life. Very important. So who is this person? To whom are you borrowing? If it's somebody that is notoriously debtor and he borrows and does not pay back, don't give him. All right? And for what? What does he want to use the money for? You need to know, what does he want to use the money for? If you say, I want to do my child birthday party and I don't have money, I won't give him. If you want to say, my papa died, and they say, make I come buy car, and I don't get money for car, I won't borrow him. If it is for his child's school fees, and they want to drive him out, they want to drive the child out of school, I will ask questions. Why can't you pay your child's school fees? You know you are owing school fees, and the school fees, is 3 months' time that they will be asking for it. Why couldn't you prepare for it? I will ask questions. It may be a useless, let me use that language, somebody that is not diligent about managing finance. You know your income is so much. You have to pay your house rent. You have to give money for food. You have to give money for transport to your work. You have to give money for your child's school fees. You have to have all this written down and known. And you have to find a way to say, all this money I have to pay, I will pay them. I will still talk more about this kind of thing when we go on. Are you following me? So if it is to pay school fees, I will ask a few questions and I will talk to him that you are wrong. That your school fees, your child's school fees is not ready at this time. You are wrong. I will give you now, but don't come again for this kind of thing from me. And I hope you will pay me back. But when you are giving that money, just assume you won't get it back. If it was not ready for him, at this time he comes to borrow, how will it be ready for him when he's supposed to pay back? Just assume it's kindness, one-time kindness, and he may not return it, and you will not have a problem. Otherwise, give him what you can give him and say, this is a gift. Go and pay your child. Go and find more money to join. Pay your child's school fees. It's not a borrow. I've given it to you. And make sure that he does not turn you to ATM. Because when you are kind and you give money, you will be the first resort when he needs money. You will be the first person to think about. People have actually told me, I have turned you are my ATM. People have told me like that, clearly to me. Anytime I come, give me money because you are my ATM. Why should that be? Because of my kindness. It was at Mowe somebody told me like that. You are my ATM. You must give me money at any time I come. So, for what? For what? You need to know. You have the right to know because he's asking you to give him money. He has to tell you. And if he's not saying for something, okay, go and look for something somewhere. And then for how long? You need to know for how long. When are you going to pay me back? Give him a time that is okay for you. And remind him when it is getting close. It is so time you told me, oh, ask for your money. For how long? And what is it? And what is it that comes back to you? This is important. What is it that comes back to you? It depends on what the money is for. For what? If you are borrowing money in order to trade, you want it to be added to, you want to buy something that is urgent in your shop. You want to sell it. And when you are selling it, are you not making profit? You are making profit. So out of the profit you are making with my money, you need to pay me something. You are not going to bring my money back only. You have to add some money. Do you understand? If he's going to trade with it, not to pay his child school fees, you don't add interest when he's to pay his child school fees. When he's to eat, he's hungry, he wants to eat, and something happened, and you agree to give, you don't add interest to that. But when he's to do business and make profit, you must have your profit sharing. He uses your capital. Your money must bring something back. Not if you borrow him 200,000, you must give him maybe 2% interest. It depends on the interest you are. It depends on the business. I might find a way to find out how much profit are you going to make on this thing. And then this is the percentage that is my own on this thing. Is that wickedness? Because he has taken money from you, the money you should have used in trading. And because of your kindness, you have given it to him. You should have been using it to make money. The money he took away from you will not make money for you. It's going to make money for him. And the money that will have made money for you has been taken away. So what money you will have made is not coming because he's holding it. So that money must bring money back. You must add some interest. Do you understand? Don't borrow money to a business person without interest. And don't let anybody tell you that he's unchristian. He's very Christian. When Jesus Christ was telling us about the situation of the 3 servants, he gave 5 to 1, gave 2 to 1, gave 1 to 1. And the other one did not go to use the money to make more money. What did Jesus Christ say? If you did not use my money, why didn't you give it into a bank? So that when I come, I will get my own with interest. God is not a waster. God has a lot of sense in business. He's a great business person. I know there was a place in the Bible that he says when you don't pay a tithe, when you're supposed to pay tithe and you did not pay it, treat it as money borrowed. So when next you are paying that tithe, how much percent should you add to it? 5%. That's what the Bible says. God is a great businessman, and he teaches us business sense. Do you understand? Treat money well. So it is not what is taken away that must come back. Unless this person is using it to save life. For example, the wife is giving birth, and they find out that it has to be with a cesarean operation. And it did not prepare for that. It doesn't have the money, and the wife is between life and death. Any money you borrow him will not be with interest. He goes to use it to pay his child school fees. He's not going to make money out of the money you gave him. You cannot add interest. So those are the differences. But if it is making money with your money, interest must be paid. Interest must be adequate interest, not just anyhow interest. Adequate interest must be paid. because it's making money with your money. That's it. Now, treat credit sales or delayed payments like lending money. Do you understand that? Treat credit sales or delayed payments like as if you are lending money. It should be clear. If somebody comes to you and say, I want to buy this and I don't have the money now, sell it to me. At the end of the month when I receive my salary, I will pay you. You are lending him money. So what is he using it for? You treat it as this. Treat it as this. So all the answer you will get from here, apply to credit sales. Apply to credit sales, which is delayed payment. It's delayed payment. That's if I work for a company, I did something for a company, I made a supply to a company, and the company has payment policy. Some company will say 2 weeks we will pay you. I will look at what kind of company. Will it be able to pay back before I will agree to that kind of term? There are some companies who will not be able to pay back. I won't do that business. If I'm sure it's a credible company and it's able to pay back, and the company says, I will pay you after you have done the business, after you have done the supply, I will pay you in 2 weeks. Some will say 30 days. Some even say 45 days. Some say 60 days. Some say 90 days. What they have simply done is to borrow money from you to use in their own business for 90 days. Are you following me? They have simply borrowed money from you. Businesses are smart. They mind their cash flow, how they treat their cash. They want not to pay on time. They want to delay payment so that they can have money to turn around their business, to do their manufacturing, to do whatever they want to do, because they know that once you have given that thing to them and they pay you, it is reducing their cash flow. So they will say, come back in 30 days or 45 days or whatever days. Add some percentage to it. If they pay you immediately, no extra payment. If you are paying me in 2 weeks, I may add 1% or 2%. If you say 30 days, I may add like 2.5% or 3%. Are you following me? If they say 90 days, I may ask like 25%. I may add like 40%. That is, if what I supply to you, you are supposed to pay 200,000 immediately. If you don't pay and you pay me in 90 days, I will add something like 50%, so you are going to pay 300,000 at that time. Why? Because I gave you money. The material is money. You are using it in your business to make money. So you cannot just keep my money and you use my money to make money without returning it to me. Do you understand? That is the sense behind that. That is the way to treat money. But some of you are afraid to do that because you are looking for business anyhow and you are losing business. Let your business get to such a stand, to just such a quality that you can freely say, you must add percentage, and you show it in on your invoice. If you pay now, this is how much you pay. If you pay at this time, this is how much you will pay. Show it. It's not something hidden. Let them see it. They should make a decision when to pay. They will know that the more they delay the payment, the more money they will pay. And so they should decide what to do. And sometimes they will now look for somebody who can just give it to them without doing anything. Let your business be at such a standard that you can say no, and they can take their business somewhere else, and you have no problem. But if you are a hustler, you will take anything. They will ride on you. Even when the 90-day comes, they will still have complaint. They will still not pay. Okay. Any questions so far? No question? Let's continue. Yes. Cash flow. That's an accounting training. I'm not prepared for that in this place at this time, because I may not even be able to finish this, what we're supposed to do today. I've taken so much time explaining here and there. When we get to accounting training, and we are going to see, you are going to see more reasons why we must have accounting training when I go forward. I won't be able to explain cash flow, but simply it just means that the way you are spending cash, not everything you have as a company is cash, but cash gives you certain leverage of freedom when you have cash available, and you have to manage your cash. That is the process of doing that is what we call cash flow management. You will need to, we will talk about it when the time comes. Unplanned, uncontrolled spending. How do you know that you are eating your capital? That's what we want to discuss now. How do you know you are eating your capital? Every business person must have working accounting knowledge. Every business person must have a working accounting knowledge. You must know how to manage money. You must know how to account for your money. You must know how to account your business. Now, know what you are worth. There is a need for a balance sheet that we are getting more serious now. Can I ask any of you now, can you tell me today how much your business is worth? What is the value in Naira of your business? Can you tell me? Is there any one of you that can tell me, my total business, this is how much it is worth? I doubt if any of you can tell me. Because your business worth is the total value of the materials. Let me use a trading business, for example. Is the total value of the materials you are selling. Milk, sugar, Bonvita, soap, and all that. You are a conglomerate, you are a trading business, selling all those kinds of things. What is the total value of every item in that shop? Do you know? I doubt if many of you know. And you must know. And it is, the total value of your business is not just the materials in the shop that you are selling. Your generator, you must cost it. That's a value in your business. Because if somebody steals that generator, he has stolen money from you. So how much is the worth of that generator? And the worth of a new generator is not the same thing as a 2-year-old generator. There's something we call depreciation. Thank you very much. Asset depreciation. Asset is depreciating every day. So the same value when it is new is not the same value when it is 2 years or 3 years old. And the time will come, that generator cannot even start again. You pull and start, it will make it boo, boo, boo. It's no longer working. At that time, you are thinking of replacing it. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Now, it's going towards 12 o'clock. We start around 10, a little bit after 10. How long can we stay today? We still have a long way to go. And today is the final for this seminar. Can I push you to 1 o'clock? All right. After 1, we'll stop. Every business person must have working accounting knowledge, yes. You must know what you are worth. I will give you a homework. Whatever your kind of business, if you are trading with materials, go and have a list of all the materials you have there today and what is the cost to you, not the selling price. the cost price. How much did you buy that thing? I don't know how much they sell a tin of milk now. How much do they sell a tin of milk now? For example purposes, I will just put any figure. Maybe they sell a tin of milk for 100 naira. But you bought it for 85 naira or 90 naira. You have added some money as profit. It is the 80 naira that you are going to write down. The money you spent in acquiring, in buying it. So list every item, no matter how large, no matter how small, you must list everything and put the cost and sum everything together. That is the total value of your capital, or what I will call trading capital. What you are trading with. That is the total value of the items in your shop. Then, to know the worth of your business, you will add the value of the generator as it is, the value of the tables as they are, the value of the fridge you are using for the business, not for yourself, the value of everything that that business owns, that is asset value. And you will add it to your trading capital, the value of all the items that you are selling. And then any other thing that matters to the business, you will add it up together, including all the money you have in the bank, including all the money you have borrowed out that you are expecting to be paid back, unless you have said it will not be paid back. You add everything together, not just the cash in the bank, not just the value of the thing in the shop, everything together. That's your worth. That's how much you are worth. If you have land somewhere, if your business has land, not your personal land, if your business has land somewhere, by the way, is your business registered? I urge you to register your business. A limited liability, I will urge you. If you can only manage business name now, at least do that, so that your business is a human being, different to you. You should go now and register your business. I prefer a limited liability because the law will protect you if anything goes wrong. Anybody cannot come and sue you or imprison you for certain things. Only your business is liable. That's why they call it limited liability. Only your business is liable for whatever the business has done. It's only when your business is not able to do it that they will now land on you, the owner. If you are supposed to pay tax and they are suing you for tax, it's your business they are suing. If any charges they gave to you, it's your business that will pay it. Until your business is not able to pay that penalty, they will now land on you, the owner of the business, or the directors of the business. So limited liability is helpful. But when it's a business name, everything together, your business, yourself, your house, your land, anything you have will be taken. That's business name. Most people do not want to do business, particularly big businesses, may not want to do business with business names only. Depends on what it is. Anyway, I will urge you to go and register your business. If you can do a business liability, it's more expensive to register than a business name. It's much more expensive. But spend that money. It even gives you some kind of honor. When you mention when you say, this is my company, something, so, limited. Oh, the idea we use in looking at you and wanting to do business with you, it's not the same as you say it's a business name. Then you're a petty trader. Are you following me? Try and get a limited liability. You can go any length, any height. So, a balance sheet You must have knowledge of balance sheet because it tells you about the situation of your company at any time. It tells you what your assets are, what your liabilities are. It will tell you everything about your business. You need to have knowledge of accounting. You will not be able to prepare balance sheets. It's for accountants to do that. Your business must go to such an extent, to such a great height that you will need accountants. I need accountants already. For quite some time now, I've been using accountants and auditors. For my business, I use auditors, I use accountants. I cannot do all those rigorous things. I don't even have the knowledge. I only know how to read the balance sheet and tell myself how my company is standing. I only know how to do that. And you need some training in doing that, in how to read and understand the balance sheet. The balance sheet will tell you what your assets are, will tell you what your liabilities are. It will tell you how your business is doing. You remember, I said to you at the beginning, I'm not talking to you as a petty, small company. You understand me? I'm expecting you to be a big company. That's what I'm expecting. I won't be standing here wasting my time if you want to remain what you are. There's no need doing this. But project your mind up and grow up and become a big business of hundreds and thousands of millions, billions business. And I just given you the example of Innocent. He started like you, spare parts seller. Now he's now sending his vehicles to other African countries. I think Senegal just bought his vehicles. I think Ghana is preparing, if they have not already done. A country in East Africa has been asking for Innocent vehicles. He's doing much bigger business. He's a pride of Nigeria. Innocent is a pride of Nigeria. You could become a pride of Nigeria. Start thinking big. Go and look at your business. Find what is the value of your business today. What is your worth? You need to start with that. And then you need accountants to help you. And what I have taught is, in BDC, many of you may not be able to pay accountants. We may share accounting services. We may provide accounting services. So we have accountants who will work for us, come and help you in your business, come and help you in your business, come and help you in your business, come and help all of us, and we'll pay the accountants from BDC. You pay BDC small money. It's like what we have done, for members of Beulah Cooperative. When you give money, when you make savings into Beulah Cooperative, you just leave the money there. But we think that money should grow. We should not be saying to you, this is how much you have put in that money, and that's just what it is. So what we do in Beulah Cooperative is we gather all our money together and we look for money instruments, either treasury bills, or we go to savings bank, or we go to some other money instruments that will yield money, that will give us money. We do that, but we can negotiate big interest because we conglomerate, we bring all the money together, and it's now big money. We take your 500,000, we take your 40,000, we take your 20,000, we take your 1 million, we take your 2 million, we take your 800,000 from all the savings of the members of the cooperative. We only leave a little bit of money in our current account. The current account does not yield interest. We lose money. They take money from the current account. What you start with at the beginning of the month is not what you end with, unless you did not take any money from there. If you did not take any money throughout the month, it's just there. What you started with is what you are going to end with. But it's not so with savings account. If you have a savings account, If you withdraw from the savings account, not more than a number of times, depending on the bank's policy, they give you an interest, capitalized interest, that they will put in your money. So what you are starting with in a savings account is not what you are ending with. So what we do in Beulah is we look at how much money we have in our current account, we take it and put it in Beulah's savings account so that we can have some money yielded. We now take much of that money to some kind of savings. We can save in property. We have done that. We saved in landed property. We bought landed property where it is secure. You don't buy land that you are not sure you will hold it. We bought land that we know is secure. They won't take it from us. They will not say, come and pay again. And we have seen that money we paid as multiplied like 10 times. Landed property is the best savings you can have if you buy the land correctly. You need experience in buying land. If you buy land, not from the Omonile who will come tomorrow and say, we don't sell your land, they don't go. That is very common. But if you can buy from a property company, for example, you can go to a property company. It can be more expensive than you are buying from Omonile, but it's more secure. A property company will not dupe you. It will not say your land no day again. If they have any problem with your land, they will pay you back because they have name. So if you have any property company that has good name, it's better you save your money in landed property than in savings accounts, for this reason that money loses value all the time because of inflation. Now, there are banks that give more interest than others. And there are some money instruments they have that gives more interest. But the more interest you have, the more risk you are having on your money. So, we are talking about this. That's very important for you to know. We will give that a service, accounting service. But if you can afford an accountant, I will urge you to use them. If you can afford an accountant, it's very useful to you. So you know what you are doing. When we go a little bit further, you will see why I'm saying what I'm saying. Now, you should know your monthly turnover and your income. Income is not the same as turnover. I will explain. You should know your turnover. Your turnover in a month is the total sales or the total invoice you gave. The total money that came back. Now, the turnover is like this. If you sold, let me go back to the idea of a confectionery shop that sells Milo, sells Bonfita, sells sugar, milk, and all the rest. Everything you sold, for example, if you bought milk for 85 naira and you sold it for 100 naira, all those 100 nairas, all those 300 nairas, that is sugar, is you bought it for 250 naira and you sold it for 300 naira. So all the 100 nairas of milk, all the 300 nairas of sugar, I mean, the cost to you plus the profit you have added to it is what I'm saying. You sum everything, all your sales in the month together, that's your turnover. That's your turnover. The total money sold. The total money you sold, that includes your profit and the capital of those things you sold. That's your turnover. You must know your turnover in every month. I'm sure many of you don't know now. You must know. And then from your turnover, you must know your income. What is income now? I think you can guess. The total turnover minus the cost of the materials. That's your income. That is, the money you spent has attracted some money added to it. So all those Milo, all those milk, all those sugar and everything cost you so much. But you sold them so much. So the total so much you sold minus the total so much it costs you is your income. Yes? Yeah? If you render services, your total turnover is your total invoice. All the money that you got from the people you are serving. All right? All the total money, this street, they pay you 120. That street, they pay you 300. That street, they pay you 500. Depending on what service you have given to them, you add it all together. That's your turnover. Then your income is that turnover minus all the money you spent. In your own case, your income may be your profit. Maybe. I'm not saying it is. When you remove all your staff costs and all the things that cost you to make that money, that will be your income. But your profit will be your income minus expenses, not cost. Cost is what it costs you to buy those things. When you remove the turnover, when you remove your profit from your total turnover, that's your income. But that's not your money you made. It's only an income. It is not the money you made. You can't call it profit. Profit comes out from income. Now, income is what? You pay NEPA in doing that business. You pay transport to go to Idumota to go and buy those things you sell. You go to Okeani to go and buy those things you sell. The transport you pay, the alabaru you pay, the land charge you paid, and all those expenses inside that business, you will remove them from the income. All the salaries you paid, the house rent, you must, if you pay house rent yearly, you must divide it by 12 and remove it monthly to know your profit. Are you following me? The generator you use is devalued. It's losing value every month that you use it. The more you use it, the more it's depreciating. You must have a depreciation figure. That is, if I bought generator, either if it is diesel, it may last longer. If it is petrol, it's not as long as diesel generator, and then depends on how you maintain it. So the maintenance charge, the money you pay for the generator repairman to come and maintain, to put oil, to put plug, to put all that, you must know it, and it's part of your expense. And then the value loss on the generator due to depreciation is part of your expense. The gifts you give to people that is not coming back is part of your expense. The Bonfit, the Fanta and the Coca-Cola that you are giving to make your customers happy is part of your expense. That's why you must keep records, because you will forget if you don't write down. You must write things down. At the end of the month, you must work on it. That is the only time you can now say, maybe I made profit. Now, what are your gross income and your net income? That's what I've been trying to explain. Your gross income is the difference between your turnover and your costs. That is, when you have sold everything, the cost to you and how much you sold it, the difference is your income. But that's not your profit. You will remove from your income all your expenses, and it becomes your net income. We can say that is your profit. What is left is your profit. And you can decide what to do with that profit. Are you following me? You may use it, go and save it, because you have paid all salaries and we have removed it from the income. You have paid all salaries. And by the way, every one of you must fix a salary for yourself in your business. Don't just spend money in your business. That's foolishness, that's stupidity, that's lack of integrity. Don't just take money and spend in your business. You can say, "No, my money is my money. It's my money. I can use my money the way I want it." Okay, you can use your life the way you want it. I want to tell you a man's story, not far from here. I don't want to mention his name because I'm on the air. His business was not far from here. I know his name. I know what he was selling. He was selling Pujo. In the 1980s, in the 1970s, late 70s, early 80s, Pujo is a Pujo saloon car, 403, or what do they call it? 504. 504. Pujo 504 was 6,000 naira. Thereabout. My first car, my first new car, I bought it around October 1980. And I bought it for 6,100 naira. Station wagon. 504 station wagon. And by the time I did the insurance and did the licensing and all that, everything came to 7,200 naira. I still remember very well. This man used to sell for Pan, Pujo Automobile of Nigeria. He was a dealer. Oluwalogbo was a dealer. Rutam House. Rutam, what is their name now? They have it at Isolo. Where Guardian is, they are the owners of Guardian. They were Pujo dealers at that time too. I bought my station wagon from Rutam House. And this man I'm talking about, that I say I won't mention his name, here, not far from us here, was a dealer too. Because 504 Pujo was very popular. Everybody was riding it. And Pan Automobile, Pujo Automobile of Nigeria was producing them in great numbers. Now, they gave credit to some dealers. That is, they will let you have their cars and pay later. This man had that credit ability. They gave him that credit, that they can give him so many cars, and then he can pay later. And people were depositing money. Cars were not available. You will get there and they say there is no car. And you deposit. First come, first serve. When the cars come, you will be the next one to be served, to be given your car. When money was coming every day, 6,000 naira, 7,000 naira, people were depositing. I was ready to deposit. In fact, I deposited at Rutam House. I did not get my car the day I gave them money. I gave them money, and it took me some time before I could get my car. I was going back. Is the car ready? Is the car ready? Until eventually they say, your car just came yesterday. And then they prepared everything, the receipt and everything, put all the jack and the spare tire and all that. And if they even gave me floor mat as gift, and I drove my car away. But this man, he will go to the accountant. Give me 10,000 naira. That 10,000 naira is more than the cost of of a car. And they will say, Oga, it's money deposited by people. Give me my money, a minimal over me. I'm the owner. He's a robber man. I'm the owner of my money. Give me my money. If you force them, they will give you. When it is time to pay Pujo, there is no money. They will send Pujo, people will carry their car. And so after some time, Pan stopped giving him cars because he was owing them so much. And then people who deposited money were not getting their cars. You will see a line of people. He has spent all the money. And for what? Women, party, running around. Do you see how we destroy ourselves? Eventually, the house is still there, but I think it's sold. He couldn't do Pujo again. He went and started flower business. The same thing happened. I think he's dead now. But Oluwalogbo did fantastic. Oluwalogbo built a big house on Victoria Island, built at Ikeja. If you get to Agidingbe, you see it, you are coming from Ikeja, you are going to Secretariat. His building is on the left. He did very well. He controlled himself. So this is what I am talking about. You need to do all these things, my friends. You need to do all these things. If you are going to grow and if you are going to do well, your money is not your own. It's company money. You can't go and take it. It's not your money. It's company money. All you can say, all you can spend is your salary from the company. Do you understand? All you can spend, all that is your own, is your salary or whatever allowances the company decides to give to you. You are the one to decide that, but you must give allowance that will not destroy the company. You can promote yourself as the company is getting bigger. But you cannot just go into your company bank and withdraw money. You are a thief. You are taking a person's money, not your money. A company is a person. It's a living being. And if you take the money from that living being because he cannot talk, and in any case, auditors will talk, you can silence them. Auditors will warn you, Oga, the way you are managing this company, you won't last long. Do you want to grow to that extent? Whatever you are doing, I want you to look at it. You must become a big business. A big business, and you must manage it very well. Your income, your gross income, your net income, I think I've explained that. And then you must know your profit or loss every week, every month, every quarter, every year. You must know your loss or profit. By the time you calculate your net income from your gross income is your income from your turnover. By the time you calculate your net income, it may be a negative. It may be a negative. You have spent money unwisely. And it may not be unwisely. That it may be that it may happen this way. You did not have enough turnover. You did not sell enough. And so you did not have enough income. But there are some fixed expenses that you must give. Either you sell or not, you must pay your staff. Either you sell or not, you must pay your rent. Either you sell or not, you must run your generator. There are some expenses you must incur. And yet you did not have any income for that. You did not have enough income that month because you did not sell enough. Not enough turnover. I'm sure you are following me. So when you now remove all those expenses from the small income that accrues to you, it goes to negative. And where is that negative coming from? From your capital. It's from your capital. And so when your capital is reducing, what's happening to your company? It's going down. And if it continues like that month after month, no money again. No more business. No more business. But if you don't know, it will get to a point you say, I don't know what is happening to my money. Because you are not asking questions. You don't know, you're not asking to ask, to know. I say, now one juju, they carry my money, they go. Now my neighbor, where they near me, now they do juju for me, where my money they lost. No, it's not so. It's not true. Because you are blind to your company. You don't know what is going on. And you can only know what is going on by accounting processes. Every month you must know. Or you cannot know until you know. All right? Are you going to do it? Only those who do it will become big. Those of you that don't want to do it, you will running in circles. You'll be seeing the cash, you'll be seeing the money, particularly if what you are selling is popular. People will be buying, and the more you see the problem with us, the more we see the money, the more we live bigger. You say? It continues. The more we live bigger. When you look in your bank and you see millions of naira, say, I'm a big man, I have money. But it's a lie. It's not your money. It may be a lot of profit. Are you thinking of expanding? So I'll repeat. Get accounting system in place. Know your worth. And every month you must know your turnover. You must calculate your income. From your income, you must calculate your net income. And so know your profit or loss. You must know how you are doing. When you see a loss, then you have to look at why do we have a loss? You must ask why a loss, or if it's a profit and it's not as much as last month's profit, why did we go down? If it is a loss, why the loss? You will find that you did not make enough turnover. Why did we not make enough turnover? Are people not buying? What have we done? These usual customers, did they buy last month? Why did they not come? You must ask questions, and you cannot ask questions unless you know. And you can only know unless you keep records. You can only keep records if you calculate. If you sit down, don't just walk without taking records and making calculations. You will not grow. You will think you are growing. You are not growing. You will remain on the same circle, turning around. You'll be building house. And I think it's stupid to build house for rent. Stupidity. To build flats, to rent it out. I think it's stupid. Don't do it. You can do one or two. How much does it cost a house to be built? How much will you spend to build a house? Let's say a 2-bedroom flat, or 2, 3, 4-bedroom flats. Let's take, because I'm experiencing that, something like 20 million. May cost you up to that. Something like 20 million. Not a ramshackle that people will not want to rent. How much is a flat costing? A 2-bedroom flat. Depends on the area. Depends on where you built it. A 2-bedroom flat in Agility here, in my 12th year, is not going to be the same as when you built it in a village. People will not rent it the same amount of money. So let's say, for example, for calculation purposes, you built this house for 20 million, and there are 4 flats. You will need more than 20 million for 4 flats. Let's say 2 flats. You need more than 20 million for 4 flats. So let's say 2 flats, 20 million. And each flat, you get 400,000 a month, no, a year. 400,000 a year. The two flats will be 800,000. Let's give you goodness. Let's say 1 million, the two flats, 500,000 each flat. And you built the house for 20 million. How many years will you take rent to get your 20 million back? 20 years. 20 years. Is that good business? If you put 20 million in treasury bills, the money will remain there and give you profit every year. That money will multiply in 10 years times 3. Meanwhile, the house is depreciating. The land, well, let's put the 20 million in the cost of the land and the house for simplicity. You cannot recoup the money from house built for rent in a lifetime. You cannot get it back. It's not good business. Do you agree with me now? May not be. Now, if I'm into property, that's a different thing. Because when I build, I sell the property at a profit. When I build, well, some of them rent, but you let me know whether they think it's good business for them. It's not good business for them. People in property business, they build and sell. They build shops and sell. And it's good for me to buy the shop because I will not be paying monthly rent again. And that's what people think. But when I buy the shop, the cost of the rent of that shop per month will go into my calculation to get my profit. People now say, hey, she's been at my house, and you are not making it part of getting your profit, of your profit in a month. That's stupidity. No, that's not the way to do business. Assume you are renting this house from yourself. If the company bought the shop, then the company, it goes into the company's books as assets. And you would now begin to depreciate it, and you will be removing it from your profit. It's an asset, so you will calculate depreciation from that asset. And the cost of maintaining that shop, repainting it, repairing the window, repairing the fan, repairing the ceiling, all the cost comes into your books. That is how a business can be a living being, a going concern. They call it going concern. That is how a business can be a going concern. That is, it will live on and on and on and on. The business I will not do is to build house for rent. No, I won't do it. That is, you are showing kindness to people. People who don't have house to live. If you have idle money, if you have money you can spare, have mercy on people so they can have house in which to live. Those who cannot build can have house to rent. And the problem is this: people rent house, they pay the 1 year, and they don't pay again. That's my problem. I had a house in Oshogbo. I actually inherited that house from my mother. 4 3-bedroom flats. And they were paying me 60,000 per month. Per month? Per year. They were paying 60,000 per year. Per year. 60,000 per year, not per month. Per year. So from the old flat, from the old house, I get 240,000 naira per year. I finished the house. My mother bought the land and built the shell. And I finished it. I know how much I spent in finishing it. And I let it out. Because she passed away before she would finish the house. So I finished it and then let it out. When she was sick, I was telling her, I'm finishing the house now. Come and see. Get well now. Don't die. Oh. But I'm not the determinant, and she is not the determinant. She passed away. So I finished the house. And I know how many millions I spent in finishing that house, including the roof, the ceiling, the windows, the plastering, the flooring, the materials in the kitchens and the toilets. I did all those and let it out 60,000 naira a year, 240,000 naira a year for the entire house. They paid 1 year, 2 years. I had to go and get a lawyer before they can continue paying. In fact, with the lawyer, they would not pay until the lawyer sued them to court. And even after court, he ejected 1 or 2. Anyone that comes newly is not paying. It's much wahala for me. I sold the house. And it's so everywhere. My house where I live now, there's a flat there that I have not put a tenant in the last 5 years. It's empty. Because the tenants I brought, giving me wahala too much. I went to my lawyer, write them. Let them quit. Go away. Let me have my peace. And the people have been troubling me. Rent this house. Now rent this. I'm not going to rent. I don't want tenants. They train you to be hard. That's the truth. People don't pay their rent. But if you can get a corporate organization, it may be different. Corporate organizations, businesses, to use your house, you will gain better. Anyway, go through SWOT. Before you build house for business, go through SWOT analysis. All right? Go through SWOT analysis and use your money for better business that will bring your money back to you. Use your money in other areas. There are so many businesses that will bring money back. Now, what is the sense of I built one house here, I built one house there, I built one house all over the place? What is this? What is the goodness to me? Other than to say, now my house. What has it done to me? This is my house. And what? Does it remove hunger from your belly? Does it remove headache? Does it give you sleep in the night? What has it done to you, to your life, other than the pride that this is my house? Oh, I have 20 houses. I think it's all stupidity. They are stealing money from government, billions of naira from government, and buying houses in Abuja, and buying houses in London, and buying houses in this place. For what? Just the pride that I own property. So I think before you do any business, do SWOT and see whether it is good, sensible business for you or not. Why do we build house in the village? We don't live there. I'm not saying don't build house in the village. You finish building the house, what do you do to it? You lock it up. And you go to the village once a year. Does it make sense? Only for the fact that, yes, when I go to my village, I have somewhere to stay. Maybe that's good reason. When I go to the village, I have a place where to stay. So you send somebody ahead of time, like a week you are coming, to clean the house and remove all the cobwebs. And you sleep there for 2 days or 3 days or 5 days. And then you come back until next Christmas. Well, all I'm saying, my folks, is think before you spend money. Treat money well. Don't just do anything anyhow. Think. Do a SWOT. You don't just enter a supermarket and begin to buy. Why? What for? In fact, before you buy bread, so do a SWOT analysis. Even before you buy bread. I think we will get there in the front, that we will talk about that. So I said, you must know your profit, your loss every week, every month, and then you have to think what is going on in my business. You will see what is going on before it is too late when you do this. when you do this, when you look at your profit, it may be negative profit that is loss. It may be profit, but small profit, smaller than last month. Then you can begin to ask questions. Where are my customers? Are they not eating rice again? If you're a rice seller. And that will make you now, if you sell food, like my brother here, if you sell food, then your customer buys. I think this is important. Please listen to me. Please listen to me. I may not have the chance to say this again. If you are selling food, for example, or whatever your trade, when you have a customer, know the character of that customer, the buying pattern of that customer. You should know how that customer buys from you. He buys a bag of rice. When does he come back to buy another bag? You should know. If you don't see him come back at that time, ask reason why. Then call customer. This is the time you used to buy rice. Why you no come? He may have gone somewhere else. He may have gone try somewhere cheaper. Something must have happened. But if you don't call him and ask, it's lost to you forever. But when you call and say, I don't see you come by, he will know that it is important to you. His buying is important to you, that you know. And not to your customer. When it is the time, reserve the rice. My customer will soon come. Give him like 2 days before, 2 days after. My customer will soon come. And this is the rice he's going to do. This is the beans he's going to buy. He used to buy sweet beans. Or he used to buy not sweet beans. He used to buy long grain rice. He used to buy short grain rice. He used to buy only imported rice. He used to buy only local rice. He does not like local rice at all, but he doesn't mind whether imported or local. He doesn't. Know the character of your customer. Have a record about your customer, their names, their phone number, if possible, their address, and what do they buy, and record it every time. If you're a motor mechanic, do the same thing for every customer. When it is time for a new servicing, call. It is time for your service now. Have you checked? This is the time you are supposed to come and service your motor. And the customer will say, oh, I'm very important to this person. Oh, yeah, send somebody to come and carry my motor. I will send my driver, or I will drive it down and give it to you to service. Have their birthday, the record of their birthday. When it is time for their birthday, call and say, congratulations, happy birthday, today is your day. Will that customer go anywhere else? Know about their family. Know the birthday of their children and send gifts to the children when it is their birthday. Know the birthday of the wife or the husband and send gifts. It doesn't have to be very expensive gift. Send gift. Send someone to the house. That customer will not go anywhere else. It's your customer forever. Very important indeed. Don't just make money from people without giving them something. From the little profit you have been making from them, give them something back. In terms of gifts. That's very important, something you need to know. Okay. So we've said all this. So I said spend your net income, and I think I've spoken about that. Okay. Now, investing is like starting a business. We are talking about investing now. Investing is like starting a business newly. Go through SWOT all the time you are investing. Anything you spend money on is an investment. Treat it as an investment. Now, anything that does not bring money back is an expense. Should I repeat that? Any money you spend, it should be an investment. Anything that is not an investment is an expense. Money you spend that does not come back and with profit is an expense. It must at least come back. And you must go through SWOT. If I enter a supermarket and I see any item that attracts me, I look at that item. I didn't plan for it from home, because if I planned for it, it would have I would have found reasons why I want to buy it. But I just suddenly saw it and it attracts me, I want to buy. Then I should do a SWOT. And my SWOT will be, what is the opportunities? This is what I want to, what is the gain? For small items, like you see an umbrella, for example, a beautiful umbrella, and you suddenly remember you don't have an umbrella in the house, and it looks so beautiful you want to buy it. I will do a SWOT before even buying umbrella. I will do a SWOT. But what is the strength? I have money to buy it. I have the money. What is the weakness? I might be losing my money. But the opportunity is what I will depend upon. Why do I need this umbrella? What am I gaining from it? I don't have an umbrella at home. Okay, that's a weakness, and I need an umbrella. Do I need an umbrella? Do I really need an umbrella? Yes. Rain is coming, and I normally don't go out with car. And even if I go out with car, I will leave the car when I get to where I'm going and enter into the rain. So I need an umbrella for that. Do I really need an umbrella? If rain is falling, can I stay at home? Or how many times do I have to go to places that I must go it? If you can gather together a lot of opportunity why you need an umbrella, you really need an umbrella, and that you want to cover your head even in the sun, you need an umbrella, not just for the rain. You need an umbrella. Then, do I have the money for it? What is my strength? Do I have the money for it? If I pay for this umbrella, what am I losing? If I pay for this umbrella, what am I losing? Am I spending the money that can be better used in another place? What am I saying? Before you spend money, don't just spend money anyhow. Accept what I'm saying. It should form part of your character. Before you spend money, think about it. Don't just spend money anyhow. Don't just throw money anyhow. Acquiring properties you don't need. Buying things you really don't need. And will gather dust in your house. So that's important. So what is investing? Investing is anything you put money on that must bring returns. That's an investment. An investment is anything you put money on and will bring the money back with some profit. That's an investment. If I buy an umbrella, will the money come back? No. Let alone bring in profit. If I buy an umbrella, before I buy, it must have some returns. There is something we call, what is return? Tangible and intangible benefit. What is return? Everything I buy, everything I spend my money on must bring a return. Then that thing will be an expense unless it becomes something that brings a return. And the return may not be tangible, and it may be intangible. It must be either or both. The return must be either tangible or intangible or both. Anything you spend your money on must bring a return. The return may be tangible and it may be intangible. But anything you spend your money on must bring a return. Otherwise, you are wasting money. You are throwing money away. So, what is tangible? Sorry. So this is where we were. This is where we were. What is tangible benefit? We finished that one. We finished this one. I say, what are returns? They are tangible or intangible. That's what we just finished. Returns, what I've just finished saying is that anything you put your money on, you must expect a return. If you don't have a return from your money, you have lost money. Anywhere you spend money on, anything you spend money, anything you give money to, you must have a return. And you must recognize what that return is. The return may be tangible or intangible. So I'm trying to explain to you what tangible is, what intangible is. Tangible benefits are things you can see and handle, such as money. That is, if I spend money on something, that thing must come as a benefit. What is the benefit? It is not that thing that is the benefit. For example, the umbrella is not the benefit. What do I derive from that umbrella? If I bought umbrella and I go to sell it, if I bought the umbrella for 100 naira, say, maybe 200 naira. If I bought the umbrella for 200 naira and I sold it for 220 naira, it's a tangible benefit that I have gained. Well, what is that benefit? 20 naira. Are you following me? That is tangible benefit. I bought tire for 50,000 naira and I sold it for 55,000 naira. The benefit is 5,000 naira and it is tangible benefit. But if I bought umbrella that I'm not selling, I am not getting tangible benefit from it, but I will get intangible benefit. What is the intangible benefit? The rain does not fall on me. The sun does not beat me. The tangible benefit can also be is a walking stick for me. It's intangible benefit you can get from the umbrella you are not selling back. But you must know it is benefit. But now, if the intangible benefit is protecting me against the rain, and you never go inside the rain. The intangible benefit is protect me from the sun, and you never go into the sun. You are inside your office, from your office into your car, from your car into your house. You park your car inside your garage. Rain never touches you. Sun never touches you. What are you doing with umbrella? So no benefits at all. No tangible benefit. No intangible benefit. Do you need that umbrella? Do you need that to have bought it? No. So that's what you must think before you spend money. Do I really need this thing? Think all the time. You have 2 pairs of shoe, 3 pairs of shoe, 10 pairs of shoe. Do you still need another shoe? Even if they are going to dash it to you, it's going to cost you something, space where you will put it in your house. I think this is why they say Obi is stingy. No, a good manager of money must be stingy in that sense. And that's he who can keep money and who can grow with money. So I've explained what intangible benefit is. So your decision to invest, to spend money, depends on what is important to you. What is important to you, you should decide it before you spend that money. If you don't have to spend that money, don't spend it. Keep it. Let it remain there. The use for that money will soon come. At least you have the peace of mind, I have money somewhere. The money you have spent is gone and you don't have it again. And so when the need for that money comes, the money is not there. You are in trouble. So if you don't need anything, you don't need it because it does not give you tangible benefit or intangible benefit. It gives neither. So don't spend it. All right? So we finished about money. I said there are 3 things that keep you in business. Money. We just talked about money. We still have character and we still have disaster amelioration, disaster recovery. So let me see if I can finish those 2 within the next 15 minutes. I would have to release you at 1 o'clock. Now, character involves integrity, empathy, love, sacrifice. And I think there is more. Let's look at it, whether I think I have more. Humility and contentment. I have 6. I'm talking about 6 things that makes character. You cannot remain in business without character. You cannot live in this world without character. You need character. And character means integrity. You must not lie. If you lie to your customer, he will soon discover you and you have lost something. You've lost yourself. You've lost his business. Don't lie to anybody and be open to the extent of telling the truth that you must tell. Don't do mago-mago. Don't hide things. I remember I used to buy things in the hold-up, but I think I stopped somehow. There was a day I bought soap, a bottle soap. I forgot the kinds of soap they call Mama, or all those kinds of soap. They were selling it in the hold-up and Lemon. I bought it at Oshodi. The boy sold a big bottle to me. I got home and I found that he has reduced the soap and added water. You can know which one, due to the viscosity, the thickness, you can know which one has been added water. And in fact, that's what taught me how to be mixing my soap that I buy with water. I don't use it straight like that anymore. It's from there that I learned it. It still will do soap work, but you... But he has reduced my quantity. I found out that he has added water. It's like he removed 1/3 of it and put water. So I don't buy again on the road. I buy from supermarkets where I know I can return to accuse them. But what you bought on the road, you can't recognize the boy again. Even if you recognize him, you will say, not be me. Or cannot be me. So That's telling lie, and that's being unopen. I need to move a little fast now. Empathy. That is putting another person in your own place. That if this person were me, how will I want to be treated? The Bible says, do unto others as you would others do unto you. The way you would treat yourself, treat your customer that way. With love, don't go frowning. If somebody, you enter somebody's shop and is frowning to you and is showing happiness all over the place, are you going to be happy? No. Do unto others as you would others will do to you. Cheer up. Don't cheat people. When you are going to put profit on your ware, if somebody is selling something like that to you, are you going to be happy when you discovered this person has cheated you? You would not. Now, all I'm saying is empathy. That is, do unto others as you would others do to you. Put yourself in other people's place and love them. Show them love. Show them love. Your customers, show them love. Care about them. Oga, that thing you want to buy, you know, will work well for you. Because you have known your own something. You know the way it is. This is the way it will be. This is the way it will be, and it will not be okay. And show them love. If I'm a trader, for example, and somebody that has a tendency to be very fat and wavy comes to buy things that will add more to the unhealthy situation, and I know it, I will try to do something about it. I want to sell, yes, but I care about your health. I need money, yes, but I need you more than my money, more than the money you will give to me. I need you. Show love. And if you know something that can be good for this person and he doesn't know about it, talk to him about it. I think this thing will be very good for you. Take it, go and try it. Don't pay me any money. If you find it is good for you, come and pay me. If it is not good for you, if it's something that can be returned, return it to me, I will take it. But I think this one will do you very well. Will do you very good. Will do you so well. That's showing love. That is, don't care much more than money for the person. Don't care for only the money. That's important. And then sacrifice. That sacrifice I just gave. Take this thing, go and use it. Don't give me money now. If you find it is not good for you, if it is something that can be returned, return it to me. Otherwise, forget about it. That's sacrifice. Do more sacrifices like that. Like I was saying, give drinks to your customers, give water to them, do things, give them birthday presents and all that and all that. That's sacrificing. And anything that could lead into sacrifice, it will help your business. Then humility is very important in business. Don't feel Oga. They say customer is a king. Customer is king, customer is master. Don't bring your bigness into your business. You have 20 houses, forget about it. If without this customer, you cannot have it. So treat him well, with humility. When he has bought something and packaged it, you can say, Oga, can we help you to take it into your car? If you have the time by yourself, do it by yourself. If you don't have the time, you must attend to other customers. You can send one of your boys or something like that. You can do something by humility. Don't talk anyhow to a customer. Don't say, because I did here, they sell for you. Now you can't treat me like that. Can't they talk to me anyhow? Let him talk to you anyhow. You know they stick. It won't be labeled on you. Just be patient. Wash it down. Don't shout with a customer. Don't be on a shouting match. Don't abuse a customer. I think if you have been in this church, I told you the story of my Amala shop. You remember, those of you that you my Amala shop. The woman that used to curse us, abuse us when we go to eat Amala in the shop, even though she provided so much beautiful Amala with a wedu. I mean, it's very uncommon. The texture of Amala and the wedu. It's not just Yoruba people that used to go there. Igbo people go there. Calabar people I know, my friends who we work together, who used to go there for this Amala. And when you ask her for change, you say, you know, sister, they do something. Your eye blind. Wait now. That's what we did. You see how they do something. Washes you down and makes you feel like a boy. That's lack of humility. Because she has made a lot of money from that place. I know it. It's from a canteen that my mother built the house I just told you about. It's from running a canteen. There's money in food vendoring. There's money in canteen, in restaurants. There's money. My mother had a lot of money. She was buying clothes and buying trinkets and buying all kinds of things and buying materials and all that. I said, my mother, all these things you are buying with your money, they're useless. You have only one son. He won't put on trinkets. I can't, these ones are useless to anybody. In fact, by the time you get old, it's not useful to you again. Why don't you buy land and build house? Say, my son, you are right. You are right. So she went to buy this plot of land for 300 naira. 300 naira, that's what she paid. A plot of land. And she started building. The workers were cheating her. And they cheated her so much that they came to say, Mama Bayo, you try. You try. You try. Workers. So, because of property, don't be proud. Be humble. No matter what you have, be humble. And be contented. Have contentment. Have contentment. And that's what will help your business. So, I think we are moving on. Let's look at the next one. That one about disaster recovery, we will soon get there if we have the time. Now, never settle. Get multiple streams of income. Do not work alone, otherwise your business will die with you. Create management team of competent, loyal employees. Compete against yourself. It is about 1 o'clock, just 5 minutes to 1 o'clock, and we won't have the time to go into all this again. And they are useful. I don't want to keep you going on. We would need to have done this, and then we need to prepare against natural disaster, against money failing, work to prevent troublesome health problems, and then we'll have gone to solve, talking about natural disasters, what you need to do to prevent natural disasters. And then we have to prepare natural disaster, do all these things, and then manage money, how to manage money, and then troublesome health problems, and then make God your partner, what you need to do, and then get all those things, and then all these things you need to do. I didn't know this thing is so much that I have prepared for you. But time will not allow us. We've been here now for 3 hours. I think we need to go. Should we go? So we will call you again, finish this up, and do other things. But you need all these things that I've just flipped through. You need all these things that I've just flipped through. But we'll call you again at another time. I hope you have gained something in this seminar. I hope it's been useful to you. The usefulness is when I see it in your life, when I see it in your business. God will help you. I will ask Pastor Bo to come inside to pray for us. Yes. You want to talk about borrowing money? Yes. I don't do it. I have never done it. I will never do it. It means that staff is living above his means. If you are now spending your money, it's finished, and you now are looking for salary advance in the middle of the month, and I will remove it from your salary at the end of the month. What was not enough that you are asking for salary advance, now that it's not up to that, after I've removed what you borrowed, will it be enough? I don't know whether you are getting my logic. You will never do well. The day I got the message, I was a teacher. You know, you learn in life as you grow in life. I was a teacher. I went to my principal. I finished my salary. How much was my salary at that time? I think it was 60,000, 60 naira. Not 60,000, 60 naira. This was 1973. I was a teacher in a secondary school. This was 1973. And 60 naira is what science teachers take of my grade. That was supposed to be enough. Plenty. How much do they buy semo? A bag of semo was one penny. 1.5 penny. 60,000, 60 naira was plenty of money. Plenty of money at that time. Not 60,000, 60 naira a month. I finished my money around the 20th of the month, and we are going to like 31st of the month. And I went to my principal. I need IOU. We call it IOU, salary advance. He looked at me and washed me down and said, "You are useless. You are stupid. We paid you 60,000 naira. Sorry, thank you. 60 naira. And you are coming on the 20th of the month to ask for salary advance. If I give you how much you are asking for, whatever you are asking for, 5 naira or 10 naira that you are asking for, by the time it is the end of the month, he taught me this lesson. By the time it is the end of the month, it will be 55 naira or 50 naira. 60 naira was not enough for you for a month. Will 50 naira be enough? Or will 45 naira be enough? If 60 naira was not enough, then you will live in borrowing forever in your life. Don't do it. That's what he was telling me. Learn to live within your means. Otherwise, if you cannot get to borrow, you will steal. You will cook money. You will change figures. You will become a useless individual. Don't live that kind of life. He was my principal when I was a student. It's a school where I graduated, secondary school where I graduated. And it was just about 2 years or so ago that I graduated from that place. The same principal that was my principal, that I was student under, is the one that I'm now teacher under him. So he can talk to me and train me. I learned a lot from that man. God bless his soul. He's dead now. God bless his soul. So from there, I have never given salary advance to any staff. I have staff. It's not possible. They all know it. I mean, they learned it already, and they know they don't come to ask me. So don't let your staff do that. Otherwise, they will steal. They will go from house to house begging people for money. They will stop people at the gates and ask them to pay what they are not supposed to pay. No, don't let your staff take salary advance. And if he cannot live within his means, it's not a good staff to you. Let him go away. Have I answered your question? Or you still want to give salary advance? Hey, the threat is to lose the staff. The threat is to lose the staff.
So we're talking about whether the person has emergency that requires those to don't believe that. The threat is about this kind of house services is security services. Yes. They are there to protect property most of it. Yes. Then if the staff is lacking money and it doesn't see where to get money, we push him to start looking for some.
That's what I just told you will happen. That's the threat. That's what I just told you will happen. If you are sure you are paying them correctly, you are sure you are paying them well enough, then it's not living within his means. If you are paying him 30,000, 40,000 naira a month, 50,000 naira a month, the money is not sufficient again. And if you believe that money is not sufficient again, ask the people you are serving to pay you more because of them. And if they don't pay you more, remove your services from there and take your staff to where they will pay you more, so you can pay them more. And if you are sure you are paying your staff well, and they should be, the money you are paying them should be sufficient for them for the month, let him know that he's living above his means. Maybe he's drinking. Maybe he's carrying women. Maybe he's doing something, drinking too much for soup. What? Or he's gambling. He may be gambling. Bet Nigeria, yes. He may be gambling. Somebody is raising his hand at the back. Yes.
Sorry, I don't know about the meaning of BDC.
And because you are not here on time, Beulah Destiny Club. Beulah Destiny Club. I thought you were going to say you don't know the full meaning of SWOT, SWOT, because you are not here on time. That's why. Yes.
So really, I want to appreciate you first. Because we are people of caliber, we have very good experience. We are not giving to people, younger people that are talking like this. That's one of the reasons we have this kind of society. Society is not missing, it's not very. So for that, sir, we really appreciate you. Thank you very much. Number two is I don't know if it's possible for us to get the slide.
It's already on YouTube. It's already on YouTube. If you just say Mission for Souls Ministry or Mission for Souls Church, you will see it. It's already, right now it's already on the YouTube. So just log in there to YouTube and type Mission for Souls on search. You will see it. You can go there as many times as you want. Yes.
I don't know. What is something that you think that is an asset, but that is an liability?
Well, yeah. By the time an asset is becoming a liability, then get rid of it. A car may be an asset, and it's carrying you everywhere, it's bringing money for you, but at the time it is taking more money than it's giving you, it becomes a liability. A staff can be an asset. A staff is supposed to be an asset. That is, you are paying the staff salary like 200,000 naira a month. That staff should be able to give you a return, a tangible return of a minimum of 500,000 a month. You should be able to know how much profit you are making through this staff. But when the staff is now stealing a lot of money, or any money at all, and the staff is getting sick too much, and you are spending money on medicine and all that on this staff, and the staff is not sitting in the shop and the people come in and steal away, or the staff is doing some crooked business, what has that staff become? A liability. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. So whatever is an asset that has become a liability, get rid of that liability. It's only a wife you cannot get rid of. Even if she becomes a liability, you can't get rid of her. I saw your hand there. Yes. You know that is not true. I've told you many things you can do to retain your customer. You don't have to lie at all. If you lie, you are going to hell. A liar is a child of the devil. Even in business, there is no good lie. I've just told you, open, be open. Did you see the story I said? Tell the truth and be open. Tell the truth and be open. Don't be afraid of the money you will lose, because you will eventually lose it more and more. So be open to the person. This good you are asking for, this is how we get it. And it's going to take me a month before it can get here. Can you wait? Or if you cannot wait, I can go around the shops around here and get it for you if I will get. But it won't take me less than a month to get that thing to this place. But let me go around for you. Let me call some of my friends. If they have it in their shop, you will appreciate it. And then you actually do what you say you will do. Call around, call around. And that's why you must know your competitors. We didn't get there. You must know those who do the same business with you. You can cooperate that way and call them around. Do you have this thing? How much are you selling it? This is how much I can give it to my customer. And tell that person the truth. This is how much my customer will pay for it. I will get it from you. He will pay the money and I will send it to you. You don't even have to take anything from it at all. That's being open. And it will help your business, really help your business. Can I come to this side now? Somebody was raising hand here that has not asked question before. Okay, Azubike.
My own question is on stock management.
Stock management.
Yes. So when you was making some analysis, you said that it is very unwise for somebody to disclose maybe you have a particular product.
There must be something left. Don't give everything out.
Okay. Like supposing you somebody came to buy something that you have this 10 pieces and they want to collect it. People will be retaining one or two in anticipation of the customer that you have no idea if he is coming. Nobody has called, nobody has contacted you that he is coming. So giving it out to the person, hoping that maybe between a day or 2 days.
I understand what you are saying. Why I say you should not give everything out is because of your usual customers. That person may even be a usual customer, but he does not buy like that all the time. And other customers will come who will need that thing, and if you don't have it, they go somewhere else to buy, not with the intent of never coming back. They just need that thing and they go, since you don't have it, they go somewhere else, and they will find out that your own is more expensive, that they even treat them better in that place. They will find something that they won't come back to you again. Don't give a chance for your customer to go somewhere else. And that's why you could have said to that customer, I don't have this thing. It will take me a month before I will get it. So you can go to that place. Don't direct your customer to another person. Do the working by yourself. Don't let your customer go to another shop. You understand what I'm saying? Well, if they go by themselves, they find some situation better. They become another person's customer. You've sold your customer out. Prevent it. Don't let it happen. So just say, I will call for you. And in the presence of that person, start calling. Do you have this thing? Start calling. Do you have that thing? Make sure you are able to spend your time and help that person. You are helping yourself. But if you do find out, and this is what you can, the example you were making of 10 pieces left, if you were normally selling that thing for 500 naira, you have 10 pieces left. Normally you are selling for 500 naira, and the person say, I need this thing very badly. I need it very badly. I'm ready to pay you 700 naira or 800 naira, and I want 10. You look at it. If I keep 2 out of this thing, how much have I lost? 600 naira. If you normally will sell it for 500 and it's ready to pay 800, that's 300 naira extra. And you are trying to keep 2, which is 600 naira you are losing. The next question is, can I get this replacement before tomorrow morning? Can I get this replacement now? If you know where to go to get that replacement, you can give out all the 10. Use common sense. You can give it out if you are gaining more by it. If it's not gaining more, if it's the same 500 naira, I will keep the 2. It's not paying me anything. I will keep the 2 because of any other customer. All it is that do not allow your customer to walk away. Don't let any customer walk away. Don't lose any customer. They are your money. They are the reason you are in business. So whatever you need to do to keep them, let's do it.
I want to ask a question. When you are an organization where let's loan and at the start, you have to meet up the target for keeping keep account to be able to. So you said
the business of the company is to give loans.
yes.
And you are a staff there bringing customer to take loans.
Yes.
All right.
And as a staff, you have to call and tell the people that collected the loan that the due date has been.
Yes.
That's your call.
That's your business.
That's your primary assignment.
Yes.
That's your primary assignment.
Yes.
So if you must lie to let them pay the money. There's no how you have to lie. Because if you say you want to say the truth.
Now, if you don't lie, they will not pay the money.
They will.
You don't have to lie. If you are in a business where you must lie, I believe I'm talking to Christians. We are Christians. You are inside a church. You may make billions of naira with lies. You leave them here upon the earth and go to hell. Let me tell you a story. A brother, a teacher. This story was home. That is, somebody in the ministry told me this story. He had been a teacher for a long time in a government school, federal government school. It's a federal government school. And he was supposed to be a vice principal already, but they were not promoting him to be vice principal. Others were being promoted to be vice principal. So he went to people, why am I not vice principal? They said to him, you know where they made them vice principal now? Go to Abuja, the Ministry of Education, because it's a government school, federal government school. Go to Abuja, that's where they will make you vice principal. So he went. He went and got to the ministry and asked them, I've been here and I'm due for becoming vice principal. You people are not promoting me. What's the problem? You know what your people do now. You know what other people do to become vice principal. Do it. And you become vice principal. They say, how much? They say 400,000 naira. Why am I going to get 400,000 naira? Go and borrow now. You know how much you are going to make by becoming vice principal. Bring it now. Now you become vice principal. He was a Christian. He said, If I bribe you and become vice principal today, and Jesus comes and the trumpet sounds, I've bribed, I've done a wrong thing. What's going to be my position in eternity? I cannot do it. So he returned to his base. That was a Thursday. He came back. His wife lived in another city far away. He lived where he was teacher. And Friday, he was feeling ill. He wasn't well. And this person that told me this story said to him, "You are not well. Go home and let your wife treat you." He has to go to that city where his family is. His wife was a nurse. So he got home on that Friday. He wasn't well. The wife started treating him. He was a nurse. She was nurse. And then he still wasn't well until Monday that he should return to school. He was supposed to return on Sunday evening back to school. He wasn't still well. Monday morning, he thought he was going to be well. He still wasn't well. And still very sick. So he called the school. "I'm not well. I can't come now. Maybe towards afternoon, I'll be okay. I will return. I'll be in school on Tuesday." So the wife prepared food and left food on the table. When you wake up, your food is on the table. Go and eat. She went to work and came back in the afternoon around 2. He was still sleeping. The food he had not touched. She went to him in the bedroom. "Honey, you did not take your food." "Why?" "Okay, that's breakfast. Let me go and cook your lunch." He didn't reply, but she didn't know what had happened. She went to prepare the lunch and came back. "Your food is ready. Come and take your food." No answer. Shook him, push him. No response. He had long gone. He was in Abuja on Thursday, returned to school on Friday. He was supposed to pay them bribe there to become vice principal. If he had paid the bribe and become vice principal, that's why we must always be prepared as Christians. Never do anything that can jeopardize your soul. I'm a pastor. You are inside a church. I'm teaching you. Maybe you are not a Christian yet. Maybe, I don't know. But I will teach you business the way you will do it and make heaven. You may do a lot of business and make a lot of money and build houses and buy cars and buy property and buy land and do everything and die today. Those properties, those things, to whom do they belong? And you are going to hell. So let's do business the way we will have. If I've been able to go through all these things, it's part of what I was going to talk about. It's there. Be close to God. Please God with your business and all that. It's there. Get closer to God. Why do you need God? And all that and all that. There is a need to attend church. A need to attend church with all your business. And I put all that there. It's important for us to do it. We can't finish everything. So please never lie. In Revelation 21 verse 8, if you read it, it says all liars will go to hell. And in John chapter 8 verse 44, it says all liars are children of the devil. All liars. They are children of, no matter what kind of lie. And if you are lying in order to make money, you will make the money. But you will leave that money behind here and go to hell. Never tell a lie. Be open. Be truthful. You may lose the business. Don't care. But I tell you, when customers find out that you always tell the truth, whatever you say to them, they will believe. And they will always come to you because they will believe others are telling lies. That you are truthful will gain customers to you. Tell the truth. Don't mind whatever you are losing at the beginning. You will gain everything back. Never, never tell a lie. If you have a customer that is not paying the loan and you have to make him pay the loan, you can use whatever peaceful means or violent means that is agreeable, that is lawful for you to do, to get your money back from that person. And if you are in a business where you must tell a lie or do something wrong before you can prosper, leave that business. It's not good for you. I think we have taken all the questions. No, we need to stop now because it's almost 1:30. I should not, you are with me, so you can ask your question at any time. Okay. Pastor Boots, is he here? Please pray for us.
Shall we pray? Heavenly Father, we thank you for these 2 days of enlightenment. Thank you for these 2 days of exposition. Thank you for these days of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Thank you for everything that we have received from you concerning our business lives. God, we plead that all this that we have received shall not be in vain in the name of Jesus. Help us to apply them in our businesses. Our target is to grow our businesses and become big businesses. So God, I pray that these that we have received shall work out, oh God, to make us big businessmen and women in the name of Jesus. Lord, make us big businessmen and women for your kingdom's sake in the mighty name of Jesus. I stand in the name of Jesus and we rebuke devourers, powers of darkness that fight and destroy people's businesses, our characters, whatever it is, oh God, that will not allow our business to prosper. Father, we rebuke them in the name of Jesus Christ. Oh God, I'm pleading. The Bible says wisdom is the principal thing. The wisdom that we have received from this, oh God, I plead. Help us to use them positively. In the name of Jesus Christ, we commit, oh God, your servant that you have used in the preparation and presentation of these materials to us, that you will bless him the more. You will enlarge his course the more. You will give him more wisdom, strength, and energy. Lord, I pray that your grace shall be multiplied upon him, O God, in the mighty name of Jesus, so that when next we have this opportunity, he will have much more to give unto us. Lord God, this is not the end of this a program like this. I plead, oh God, help us, oh God, that we will keep organizing this kind of program. I thank you for every business represented in this place. By the anointing of the Holy Spirit upon this church and upon this program, I ask that this anointing shall follow every business represented in this congregation. In the name of Jesus. Thank you, Father. I plead, oh God, you'll anoint our hands. The Bible says, whatever we lay our hands shall prosper. As we go out now to lay our hands on our businesses, let prosperity locate those businesses. Many of us have been thinking of other lines of businesses to enter, to begin to follow. I pray this program shall be an eye-opener to such business opportunities in the name of Jesus. Thank you, our Father and our God. In Jesus' mighty name we pray.